sure we're good. Happy Mars Day. All right, I think we're good to go. Let me just double check really quick, guys, so I don't waste my time and energy here. Let me see. Okay. Oh, Lord. And literally, as soon as I get on here, there go my eyes. Going crazy. Okay, give me 1 second to check, guys. And then we're going to hop right into it with today's all signs. What to expect the next few days. You could say this week. Okay, great. We are live. We in there like shroomware. Okay, hold on 1 second. Let me get my playlist on. Keep me in my vibes. Okay, thank you guys. Welcome in. We are going to go ahead with our what to expect. We're still in a full moon in Scorpio. I mean, it's becoming the waxing. It's going into the waxing phase, but we're still under this lunar cycle of the full moon in Scorpio. So that could definitely influence some of the readings, okay? So keep that in mind. All right, also go check out the Cosmic Pulse for this week. Just a weekly, day-by-day, play-by-play for this week. What to expect and just some mystical guidance, you know, to get you through each day. All right, so I appreciate that. Don't forget to hit the like button when you guys come in. You can also follow me on TikTok at Mana Eilina Tarot. That's it. No special characters, spaces, anything like that. All right, I am going to start with Taurus, and then I'm going to... thank you for the light coming in. I'm going to start with Taurus, and I don't know, I'm just kind of feeling like switching it up a little bit, so I'm going to do like opposites. So I'll do Taurus, then Scorpio, Gemini, Sag, etc. Okay, just so you know, and of course it will be time-stamped after. All right, let's go ahead and get into it for Taurus. I'm also using the Modern Witch deck, and then for the last card in each spread, I'm going to use the Moon Manifestation cards or something. I'll get the deck at the end. Okay, Taurus. Happy solar return, Taurus. You have the Queen of Wands out here with the Five of Swords. There could be people threatened by your confidence or something this week, or yeah. I don't know, or there's like talk about how you've been, I don't know, moving lately, which could be more confidently. You have the Page of Wands in reverse. What's the guidance here? Ace of Pentacles. I heard with this Ace of Pentacles as your guidance, and then looking down to see the Four of Cups, I heard best revenge is your paper. So really, it could just be to stay focused, let people talk. What's your vibe this week? Yo, this is crazy. I was looking at I flipped the Oracle deck that I said I was going to use. I flipped it over and look at the card that's staring right there. The new moon in Taurus. What does it say? Know your worth. Confirmation. What's Taurus's vibe this week? Okay, you have the Nine of Wands as your vibe. Nine of Wands, Eight of Pentacles. You know, this could be about a work situation. You know, you could feel like it's a tricky situation to move through, or you're dealing with constant challenges. I don't see any major arcanas out here just yet. Clarify the Queen. As I say that, the Tower. Okay. The King of Cups here. And the Seven of Wands. This could really be about a power struggle. That's what this feels like, Taurus. A power struggle with somebody else. It could be in a workspace. I say that because of the Eight of Pentacles that was out here. Thank you for the light coming in. I appreciate that. Okay. Yeah, it feels like a power struggle. I'm also hearing like your right to be seen or something like that, you know? So you could feel like you are constantly like having to prove yourself in a certain environment or with certain people or with a certain person. Clarify the Page of Wands in reverse, Six of Cups, the Empress. And the Knight. Oh, okay. Some of you could be dealing with someone who, yes, that's fine, Alma. Some of you could be dealing with somebody who And like I said, it's like a power play. This could be someone whom you like rejected in the past, or um, yeah, like maybe you didn't take their advances. You were not communicative with someone, even if it's not like in a romantic sense. But I do see the Knight of Cups out here. Uh, in a nutshell, it could have been somebody you rejected in some kind of way, or you did not um, give them your energy. Oh my God. Alma, we could have this conversation at another time, sweetheart, but not here, not in my life. Thank you. Have a great day, love. Okay. So yeah, I feel like this could be somebody that you rejected in a past time. And that could be while the power play is at play, right? Like you didn't take somebody's advances, or and somebody's butt hurt, somebody's ego is hurt. 555 when I said that. Okay. Page of Swords, Nine of Pentacles, and the King of Swords here. Yeah, I'm seeing like literally stay focused. There could be something that you're meant to finish up this week, Taurus, because I see the Nine of Pentacles here, but you also have the Ace of Pentacles. You put that together, excuse me, that is the Ten of Pentacles. This really feels like stay focused on what it is that you need to do, what you came to do, and stay out of your feelings about it. Okay, yeah, Eight of Pentacles, Four of Wands. Like, don't let whatever this is knock you off your square or make you jeopardize your stability by leaning into or participating in this power play or whatever this is. Yeah, Five of Wands when I cut the deck. I'm hearing bait and switch, so it could literally be that somebody wants a reaction out of you. Maybe that's what they need in order for, I don't know, for something to like, I don't know, mess up for you, or you lose your focus or not be as confident as you are moving right now. Okay. So that's what I would say, Taurus. I'm not going to drag that. Like really, stay focused on what it is that you need to do. It feels like something can finish up this week, but I think the challenge is like not, again, leaning into whatever this power play is, not even engaging in it, like really rising above it. Yep, literally, you have the new moon in Leo here, and it says shine. And this could really speak to when we do get to the new moon in Leo. I know we're talking about, the next few days, but it could be something like that you're finishing up, that when we get to that new moon in Leo, where everybody is like in this energy of shining and individualism, that something really culminates for you, right? Or you're really on a stage where you're being seen like by even more people, by even bigger eyes. You have even more power at that time. So yeah, I feel like this is a situation. It could even be like, it could even manifest itself, Taurus, I'm channeling, as like intimidation. Again, you are not to let that make you dim your light. In the same token, as I'm moving to Scorpio, in the same breath, you don't want to engage in that. This is not a like, a measuring contest. Like, you don't want to get engaged in that either. Don't get engaged in the power play. When you do, it's like you have something to prove. You don't. All right. Okay. Let's move to Scorpio. Okay, Scorps. Let's see. Hope you guys are having a great day so far. Mars Day. I had to take me a nap earlier today. It's a lot of energy with the full moon. You have the Eight of Wands, Scorpio. In the world, something's moving quickly. Something might come to an end very quickly. What's the challenge? The Four of Cups. Okay. And the Four of Wands, being maybe emotionally detached, is a challenge this week. Guidance is Temperance. I'm hearing master of your emotions with Scorpio's 5 this week. The Six of Wands, eyes, attention, adoration with the Ace of Cups, praise, accolades, maybe accomplishments reached, a certain level of status reached this week. That's what I was saying. Like something could accelerate quickly, or something could move about really quickly, Scorpio. The Strength card. Ooh, and the Page of Pentacles. I feel like for some of you, this could be like financial or something physical. Could like really start to pick up this week, but it's going to take courage with the Strength card. Right? It's going to take like you having the ability to maybe like do something courageous, do something brave, or act on something quickly, right? Act on an intuitive nudge very quickly before you lose the inspiration to do it. You know, not overthink about it, like really get into your body. Clarify the Four Cups. You're the King of Cups, the Ten of Cups, the Judgment. Oh, Scorpio, your challenge is to not get distracted. I feel like your challenge is to not get distracted. And also, okay, so there's like a double message here, because there could be somebody that you deal with, if you deal with somebody like romantically, that sometimes that person can act as a distraction. I don't know if it's like an on and off thing, an in and out of your energy type of thing. Now also the second message that's coming through, because they're connecting me back to the Six of Wands, is that for some of you, there's going to be a lot of eyes on you, a lot of attention on you very quickly, very like spontaneously, maybe out of the blue, right? And that could be very uncomfortable. So you need to watch out for like imposter syndrome, those limiting beliefs that make you feel like you don't belong, right? Or make you feel like, you know, you can't be in certain spaces. Because that's a form of self-sabotage, and that's ultimately what that can end up, you know, doing if you're not aware of it. Okay? Clarify Temperance, the Page of Wands, the Queen of Wands. Oh my God, and the Tower. Oh my God, I love that for you. I love the Tower in the Scorpio's reading, because Scorpios are ruled by the Tower. This is interesting. I feel like there's so much love, there's so much adoration, there's so much like praise or like respect or something that either you didn't know, or reverence that like you didn't know people had for you. And I think that could be quite overwhelming, Scorpio, like to the point where, like I said, you need to watch that you don't self-sabotage, that you don't, you know how people say afraid of failure, this could be that success that's really scary. And remember, we talked about the Scorpio full moon and facing our fears. What if your fear is actually being seen? What if your fear is actually of being successful? Especially, I feel like when things have possibly not gone, thank you for light coming in. Especially, I feel like when things have possibly not gone well for a while, with the Five of Pentacles or something, you know, when things continuously go in that way, sometimes it can chip away at your faith. Sometimes it can chip away at your optimism and your hope and your courage and willingness to try again. And I feel like maybe some of you have tried something again, or you're doing that this week. Like I said, something's going to require courage. And I think you might be surprised at how quickly something moves. I don't think that this Tower is bad for you. And in fact, towards the end of the week, go listen to the Cosmic Post day by day. I laid all that out. But I think it's either Friday or Saturday that the Sun and Uranus go into their exact conjunction. And for some reason, I'm channeling that here, that could definitely be the time that something really picks up for you, Scorpio. Okay, now if I'm talking to Scorpio rising specifically, I know your chart like the back of my hand, then that's going to be in your 7th house of other people, you know. And something could really like take off with other people, as far as clients, as far as partnerships, as far as any type of collaborations, contracts. And these are things that, what do they lead to? They lead to some type of tangible, like, you know, reward or whatever, money, right? Stability, getting more clients, whatever the thing is. Okay, but this goes very deep for you, Scorpio, and I'm not surprised we're still under the lunation of the Scorpio moon, even though it's waxing right now. So you're going to start to see, you know, the crescent, the shadows start to form over the moon. Okay, but that's what I would say. I don't think this Tower is bad for you, Scorpio. This Tower is lightning fast movement in a world being torn down quick, quick, like old identity, all of that being torn down. This is the full moon playing out for you for sure. For sure. I think a lot of you Scorpios are going to come out on the other side of this full moon unrecognizable even to yourselves. And I think that's going to include, oh man, I forgot your moon card. I'm going to get that. I think it's going to be that you realize you're actually more powerful, you're more magnetic than you thought. And then some of you allowed yourselves to be, because you felt this power before. You're coming back into it. You're reclaiming it, but now you know how to handle it better. You have a bigger container for it. Okay, what's Scorpio's card? Ah, I love that. You have the new moon in Virgo. It says, trust all will be well. Trust all will be well. I love that for you this week. Exactly. And those lightning fast tower moments, which are good for you, come in to like completely help you quantum leap and jump timelines. Flow with it. Okay, so that's what I have for you, Scorpio. I pray it finds you well, okay? And of course, I pray it's helpful in your life. Hey, Everin. Hi. Okay, so I'm going to do Gemini now. I had to switch it up and just kind of, I don't know, do a different order. I did start with, I'm going to do Sag after Gemini. So I did Taurus, Scorpio, and Lord. Yeah, I just did Taurus, Scorpio, then I'm going to do Gemini, Sag. So I'm doing Gemini now. Morgan, I love this sort of stuff, and I'm subbed on my other account. I just can't comment. Hey, Morgan. Okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, let's go ahead and get into Gemini. I'm hearing, oh, thanks, Everin. I appreciate that. Yours must be too, because, you know, like attracts like. I'm hearing, cheers to the freaking weekend. I drink to that, yeah. All right, Gemini, you have the King of Pentacles and the High Priestess. Okay, I heard that. So there could be some like very aligned money moves that you're making, or like just physical, tangible like moves, actions that you're taking this week that they feel very aligned, very stabilized, very grounded with the Four of Wands here. Energy sharing started right now. Okay, Four of Pentacles here. This could also be, I don't know, some of you making more tempered is the word that they're using, making more tempered financial decisions, only making purchases if it's aligned, like, you know, really bringing spirituality into your material world. Love it. The challenge here is the Two of Wands. Okay. Okay, the Lovers, that's you, if you don't know. Cover the nudity, show you that. So the Lovers is Gemini. Okay, there could be some, I don't know, aversion, opposition to your plan, people not knowing what you're doing, people confused about your plan, especially if you're in partnership with somebody. Okay, clarify the guidance here, Gemini. The Sun. That's Leo. And what's Gemini's vibe this week? How are they vibing this week? You have the King of Wands. Yeah, it's pretty masterful. Okay, yeah, and the Two of Cups here. Why do I feel like you're leading something? Okay, why do I feel like you're leading something? It feels like that, like you're coming out very strong. Two of Cups and the Seven of Cups here. That's why I said like somebody could be like questioning you or like not sure. Okay, clarify. The Death card, the Queen of Swords here, and the Fool. Yeah. I hear that. I hear a new sheriff in town. I don't know. It feels like you are taking over something, like becoming the boss of something. Yeah. Wow. Clarify the Knight of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, and the World here. I feel like the challenge is sticking with a plan. That's what I feel like it is. And for you guys, I don't know, but it could be like outside opposition. I'm not trying to make it seem like, oh, be paranoid, like don't trust the people. Like, you know, it could just be like somebody questioning you. Are you sure? Is that what you want to do? Like, you know, and if you're not 10 toes down on like what it is that you want to do, um, you can easily be moved by things like that, right? Like it can make you have self-doubt and question yourself. But this really feels like really putting your foot down with something. It feels like you are the new sheriff in town with something, like you are the new leader of something. You are like responsible for doing something, and it feels like you want to do that like with the utmost like integrity, character, okay? And you know what? And the challenge, right? So because that's what I'm getting. It could be someone who is like opposed to structure, who's opposed to like boundaries, maybe. It could be as simple as that. Somebody who is like opposed to boundaries, like they just want to do things freely in their way and when they want to do it and not have any time constraints, or I don't know. But that's what that feels like. Clarify the sun, the eight of swords, the seven of pentacles. Yeah, and the Six of Pentacles here. Some of you could quite literally be getting some finances in order, like getting someone else's, or like I said, if you're with someone else, like really getting it in order. And this is like literally the week to do that. We are under the lunation to do that. Scorpio's lunation, although it's in a different house for everyone, Scorpio naturally rules the eighth house of what? Shared finances. Okay, OPP, other people's property, what you have with other people, what you get from other people, that, you know, reciprocity there. So this makes sense under this lunation that we're under, and that to get to the bottom of that, because that's also Scorpio, like getting to the depths of something. Okay. And so that's what I would say. Yeah, Seven of Cups here, like it's time to get some people or someone out of the Lulu land. Okay. I also feel like, you know, somebody could have an aversion to this structure or something like that, but it's like in the long run, this is going to be best. Like this is going to be more beneficial for them. Real quick, Everin asked me what my zodiac sign. I'm a Sag sun. Sag sun, Scorpio rising, Aqua moon. Okay, so let's get let's get your card, your moon card, Gemini. Oh, I love when this happens. You have the new moon in Gemini here. Literally, this means like this is like the universe blessing your reading. It says think it through. Yes, Sagittarius. That's what I meant. Everin, I'm a Sagittarius. Gemini, your card is the new moon in Gemini. Literally, it says think it through. So yeah, clarity. That's what this is all about this week. And it feels like, Gemini, you are the one bringing the clarity this week, honey. You are bringing the clarity. You're bringing the structure. Okay? So, don't let the opposition get to you. All right, so that's what I have for you, Gemini. I appreciate you. Pray those messages find you all are helpful, healing, and all the things. All right, we're going to go ahead and get to Sagittarius. I'll try to link all the playlists that I have planning in the background today. I discovered some new ones, so I'll share them with you guys in the description after everything is time stamped. Okay. Get some water. Hold on one second, guys. All right, sorry guys. All right, let's go ahead and get into Sagittarius reading. Okay. Okay, so you have, whoa, the beginning and the end. What's up, Sag? Okay, the beginning and the end, the Fool and world, the beginning and the end. Wow. And the Ten of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Oh, I'm hearing end of the road. Oh my God, and the Six of Cups when I cut the deck. Something is literally like, I don't know, this could be very like, I don't know, this could be similar to what I was saying in Scorpio too, but something could be ending for you guys at the same, it's like worlds melting, merging together. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe living in between worlds, like in a liminal type of like way, you know? Um, it's like, I don't know, it's like transitioning out of like one old world, old paradigm, old timeline into another, but the old one's not maybe fully closed yet. Okay, what's the challenge? Challenge, Three of Swords in reverse. Okay. Okay, make sure you're not neglecting yourself, Sag, in any way. It's okay to take care of yourself. It's not selfish. I'm just getting that message. What's the guidance? You know, yup, Queen of Wands. You know, some of you could be really, I'm hearing, I'm bringing sexy back. Like that's just like impeding upon the thought I'm trying to get out. Okay, that just like completely took over. Okay, cool. Page of Swords, Nine of Cups. Okay. You guys are also like, this is definitely an upgrade. You're learning to be more assertive. You're learning to be more vocal. I think maybe a lot of you have done some work and shadow work pertaining to your throat chakra, and now they're throwing in maybe your solar plexus, like your ability to act, your ability to actually like materialize, to actually take action and not be stagnant, you know. Getting out of the stuckness that maybe could have been sitting in those bottom chakras, the root chakra, the sacral chakra, the solar plexus. All of those need like movement. Okay. All right, let's see what your vibe is this week. This week. Okay, you got 3 cards. Let's see. Seven of Cups, the Knight of Cups. Ooh. And the Knight of Wands. Sag. Oh my gosh. I also think that you guys are having this lightning fast realization surrounding like how quickly you can attain something. I think that's the new era that you're coming into. This is almost like a reality check, but not in the way that you think. It's like some of you could have gone down a path and it could have taken longer than you expected. I think you're having realizations maybe that are of the creative nature that are letting you know like there's a different way. There's a way that's going to get you there quicker and it'll be more enjoyable, and it's not necessarily by the book or like what everybody else is doing or what you thought you should do, which is maybe why I'm also getting the beginning and the end. I feel like some of you, I'm hearing 9 lives. Some of you have lived what people would consider to be like maybe 9 lives in just this lifetime. And I think a lot of you right now are just feeling like you're getting on the path that is like, okay, I'm striking. Like, this is it. This is the one. Clarify. 6 of Pentacles, 10 of Swords. Yeah, in the 8 of Swords. I'm hearing dead end. So I feel like some of you have constantly been in like a revolving doors of like what you would have considered a dead end or something. Or being in a cycle, like say for instance, it's a job. Being there and realizing, okay, I can only get to this certain point. Then you go to the next job and you're like, okay, I can only get to this certain point. But you want to get further. You want more, right? But it's like there's a new level of exploration happening for you, which is going to unlock new levels of creativity. I think you're allowing yourself to be more free, to be more imaginative about your life. Clarify the 3 of Swords here. Page of Swords, the 9 of Cups, and the Lovers here. I'm also hearing for you guys, like, try again. So you guys could be trying something again as well after having built up more courage. Nine of Swords, the Seven of Wands. Ace of Cups here. Yeah. Okay. So I think this week, Sag, is something that's like really solidifying in the sense of like the universe wants you to not feel like you have to fight for your space, fight for your like right or your success, but to embody it in everything that you do, in the work that you do, in right, or we're changing work to service, the service that you offer in your relationships. This is the courage to ask the universe for more, to open your mouth, to not play it small. Like I feel like your vibe this week is so it could be it could be that some of you have like a lightning fast realization of something that you could do very it's like I don't know, it's time efficiency, it's doing something quicker, it's doing something like what I'm getting said, like you're a Sag, for God's sakes. You know, you are a Sag. If anybody can think outside of the box, it is most definitely you, and be optimistic about that thing being successful. And ultimately, Sag, I feel like that's what's coming back to you this week. I feel like you're really feeling that. And I feel like you're another one that could really jump timelines by really internalizing that, really understanding like there are quicker ways. Like you could do this like that. It might not look like everybody else, what everybody else is doing, but that's your way. You could do it and it'll be successful and you'll get the thing that you want. And it's not like a shortcut. It is aligned with you. Whatever these longer paths were or that were grueling, some of you, this was like, okay, some of you, this could be conditioning that you're outgrowing, right? That you're unprogramming yourself from, of feeling like you have to work and slave and blood and sweat and tears and everything has to come hard and through struggle. And some of you are really dropping the guilt that comes with things coming easily to you. There's no guilt. There's no shame in that. Let the universe do that. The universe wants to do that. Just sending your request, you know? So that's what I think is happening for you, Sag. I see crows and black cats everywhere, Everin says. What does that mean? Is it a Sagittarius thing? Your message? You know, I mean, that means different things for everyone. I would never tell, you know, people to like Google that stuff or whatever. You really have to, my encouragement for that is strengthen your intuition. Like what is happening when you see those things? How are you feeling? What conversation did you just have? What thought did you just have? What were you pondering on? That's how the universe speaks to us. You know, we just have to listen. We really just have to listen. We have to be still. We have to, you know, take that time to really fine tune our intuition so that we know what these things mean to us. So I hope that helps Everin. Sag, did I not get your moon card? Let me get it. I'm sorry. Let me get your moon card. We're in mood to Cancerians. Right? Yes. What am I on? Wow, you got the same one as Taurus. The new moon in Leo, it says shine. Literally, it says shine. So yeah, that's confirmation of everything that I just said in your reading, Sagittarius. So I pray that those messages find you well or helpful, healing. All right. We are going to go ahead and get to Cancerians now. So I'm going to do Cancer, then Capricorn. All right, Cancerians. One second, guys. Blessed and not subscribe. Oh, thank you, Everin. I appreciate that. And I'm glad that it helped you. Okay. let's go ahead and get to Cancerians. All right, you got the Ten of Swords here. The Emperor. You might need rest. You might be taking on too much, possibly. Yeah, I would say watch out for like health challenges or like, you know, little small like injuries. You hit your toe, like slow down, slow down. Because the Knight of Swords is here, the fast moving knight in the deck, and the Five of Swords, Four of Pentacles. I'm hearing going nowhere fast, Cancerians. Okay, slow down in the car, on your commutes, on your walk, getting out the bed in the morning, like slow down in your conversations, whatever it is. Okay, we're in Taurus season. Okay, the sun is in Taurus. Move slow. Stay present. Okay, what's the guidance here? Guidance is the Page of Wands. Why am I hearing that? I'm hearing the hills are alive with the sound of music. I study music in school, so I'm a musical girl. I love musicals. I love operas and stuff like that. We studied that stuff. So I'm hearing that, and I see somebody like walking in a garden or something. You know, that's slow living. That's slow living, okay? Yeah, and you have the Star here, which is a card about literally healing. I can't show it up close because it's nudity on the card, but that's literally about healing, okay? And the Two of Pentacles there. So like I said, make sure you're not taking on too much. Don't overcommit this week. Jupiter squares the North Node tomorrow, I think. So make sure you're not overpromising between tomorrow and Thursday. What's Cancerian's vibe this week? How are they vibing this week? The Emperor. Okay. Means also a beautiful voice. Thank you, Evan. The Emperor here. With the Knight of Cups, Queen of Cups here. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just don't, I feel like this is over promising or over committing to something. Yeah, listen to your body. The Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, and then the Three of Swords on the bottom of the deck. Okay. Especially, I know it's very cliche, but you know, especially overcommitting, like when it comes to like, family duties or like responsibilities with the Emperor and the Ten of Pentacles there. Even if this is something like, I don't know, financial, I don't know, don't hurt yourself, don't kill yourself. Clarify the Ten of Swords, the Devil, the Ten of Wands, and the Seven of Wands. Like literally rest, literally slow down, Cancerians. Your opposite is out here. Capricorn, the devil. And Capricorn's not the devil. Capricorn is represented by the devil card in the tarot, just like every other zodiac sign has a tarot card. Okay, you also have 3 tens out here. I just noticed that. 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Swords, 10 of Wands. Like, okay, so you know if you're carrying a heavy load. So that's 3 tens out here. Like that's pushing it. That's the end. Like slow down. And furthermore, some of you, like if we're in Taurus season, but don't dig your heels in, right? Because I'm seeing a bull like dig their heels in, which is like a sign of like this stubbornness. And my sister is a Capricorn and she has bullish ways ever. Oh God, it just tickled me. Don't dig your heels in to try and like maintain some type of role, okay, or some type of like duty, right? Like say you're the person in the family who always, I don't know, goes and gets the coffee on Sunday. The family has coffee on Sunday, and you always go get the coffee on Sundays, but this week can't go get it. You don't feel like it. You're tired. You're feeling a little bit under the weather, but you're still going to dig your heels in. But I'm the one who always does it. It's me. I do it all the time, and I want to be the person who does it. Don't do it. Listen to your body. Okay. So that's just how I can break that down, is how I'm getting that. Okay. Listen. The challenge for you is the Hangman. This is the most patient. That's Pisces. If you thought Taurus moved slow, Pisces moves slow too. Okay, the Chariot, oh my God, and the Six of Cups here. Yeah, the challenge is going to be you maybe disappointing people. you know, maybe disappointing people that you maybe made commitments to in the past. You might have to, that might be the challenge, and that might be the universe letting you know it's gonna be okay. You know, people are still gonna love you. It's all right. Okay, so let's see. Oh, you just got the last 10 out here. The 10 of Cups. Okay. The Fool and the 6 of Pentacles here. Yeah. So see what's happening here. I'm hearing this is a reset for you. Cancerians. This is a reset for you, okay? And Spirit wants to reset your relationships in a way that is more balanced, that is more reciprocal with the 6 of Pentacles here. So, you know, some of you might have it to where people show up for you this week, okay? Where people help you out. Okay, so instead of digging your heels in, like if there is something where you are, you know, having to sit down, having to maybe disappoint someone, maybe not because you want to, but because that's what your body is saying that you have to do to make the best decision for you. Just try to really lean into that rest there. That is divinely orchestrated. Because I see your challenge here is movement. Like movement, like, you know, wanting to constantly be on the go and also not wanting to disappoint people. Okay. And for some of you, you need to check that, because for some of you, it's because you have had so many responsibilities put on you since like childhood. And so like it's become your identity, but that's not who, you know, that's not all of who you are. Okay. Listen, you have the last quarter moon in Pisces, says talk less, feel more. Talk less, feel more. Yeah, I'm hearing cocoon too. So like I said, you guys could be very much in a hermit type of mode this week. Okay, so that's what I have for you, Cancerians. Appreciate you. Pray those messages find you all are helpful, healing. All right, we're going to go ahead and get to Capricorn. All right, Cappy. Okay, Capricorn, let's see. The Magician. Okay. Something could feel like a disaster, like something's falling apart. I don't know. I see the Tower and Temperance here, but it's actually like a miracle. The Magician card here. You know, it's actually like a miracle, something happening here. Okay, what's the challenge? Challenge is the Knight of Pentacles here. 3 of Cups. Okay, let me get more into it. What's the guidance? The Moon in reverse. I'm hearing under the light of the moon. 2 of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles. What's Capricorn's vibe? Tell me about their vibe. Okay, Capricorn, you've got the Strength card. How you're vibing this week? Strength card. The Chariot. I feel like this is moving on despite something. Yeah, because I'm seeing that Tower from the beginning. I feel like this is moving on despite something. So let's see. King of Swords, 5 of Wands. Yeah, and the 4 of Cups here. There could be some type of falling out this week. There could be an argument, okay, with the 5 of Wands, 4 of Cups. Yeah. King of Swords. However, like I said, like I was getting when I first pulled the first 2 cards, you know, this is like a miracle in disguise. This is like a blessing in disguise, rather, I should say. Okay. For some of you, I'm channeling like the argument or disagreement or whatever this is. hopefully not a scuffle. I heard that, but God forbid it's that. It's like out of nowhere, right? Or it's secret, but it's very revealing. I think that's why the moon in reverse is here. I think that someone's true feelings could be revealed. And in a very abrupt manner per se, right? Like, you know how you get into an argument with somebody or just a little disagreement and you don't think it's that deep, but then they say some shit and it's like, oh, that's how you felt about me. Like, they say something that really like cuts, like, dang, that was kind of below the belt, you know? So what I will say though is like your vibe, the strength card, there's a lot of courage, there's a lot of strength in there that you know you're moving with. So clarify the Knight of Pentacles, Four of Wands, so it could be a family thing. The Star here, ooh, and the Eight of Cups. I'm hearing the word, because so some of you could feel like you've been outcasted, or like I'm kind of getting like a black sheep type of energy. You know, that could be what this is all about. And honestly, I feel like with the Knight of Pentacles forward, I don't know why this feels like constantly fighting for a spot in something, fighting for a place in something, fighting for maybe respect, or I don't know. This could also be trying to coexist. Cohabitate, you know, like live with people that you don't necessarily have the best relationship with, right? But maybe you've been trying to heal it. Maybe, you know, you've been optimistic about these relationships being healed, but it feels like it could be challenged this week. And the Eight of Cups is here as the last card, right? And it could really push you to make a decision. Maybe you don't necessarily leave this week, but again, we're under the full moon. It's going to play out next 6 months, and maybe over this next 6 months, that is something that is coming into your energy sphere. Okay, you have the King of Wands, you have Judgment, and the Ten of Wands here. Yeah. I feel like something is the revealing of something, right? Judgment is under the moon here. Judgment is Scorpio. What moon are we under? A Scorpio full moon. This moon is full. Okay, so yeah, I feel like there are some feelings about you, or that are just in the mix with a certain situation that probably you know about, right? Because Scorpio is just going to bring what's under the surface to the surface. So yeah, I feel like this is a situation you probably already know about. But there's going to be bigger revelations here that I will say, Capricorn, is going to force you to make a very pivotal decision, okay? King of Wands and Ten of Wands. It's a decision that is very weighted, okay? Right? Like there's a lot of weight in this decision. A lot can change with it. That's what I said with this Scorpio full moon. I really did try to preface it with that, okay? And then how cool is that? That your opposite, Cancerians, the Chariot is on the bottom, and that's all about movement. So like I said, while things, you know, things are moving fast, y'all, in the season that we're in spiritually, but, you know, you just got to trust, like, this is really setting us up for the best life for us, you know, whatever that is going to be for you, Capricorn. So let's get your moon card. Message was just handpicked for you. Like, well, literally it was, because I handpicked it with the cards. But anyway, so you have the first quarter moon in Aquarius. It says trust the universe. Oh my God, absolutely freaking love that for you. Just trust, okay? That's awesome. All right, that's what I have for you, Capricorn. Okay, let's go ahead and get to Leo, because we did Cancerian, so we're going to get to Leo. How, like, synchronistic that, as I say that, the last card I'm putting back is Leo. Let me shuffle up. Get an incense going. Okay, let me get, oh, this is cool too, because I just lit a root chakra. Well, that's the one I had lit when I first started. Please tell me I brought my lighter over here. Okay. Um, and this is a heart chakra incense. So, and we're about to do Leo. And if you don't know, Leo rules the heart. All right, Leo. So cheers to you. We got the heart chakra incense going right when we're on the sign that rules the heart. Okay. Okay, Leo. Leo, you have the King of Swords in reverse. Chariot on the bottom of the deck. Okay, might be another one that needs to slow down. Okay. Challenge is the Five of Cups. So some type of disappointment, dealing with some type of disappointment that you guys might be dealing with privately. They're bringing me to that already. The Hermit and the Ten of Swords. Okay. What's the guidance? Five of Swords. Seven of Swords. It is. Okay. And the Chariot. So you're having some sort of revelation as well. Period. Five of Swords and the Seven of Swords. Like you're really being asked to see something for what it is. You also have the Five of Wands out here. That makes 555. Five of Wands. Five of Cups. Five of Swords. Seven of Swords on the bottom of the deck. You can't unsee the thing that you see this week. Confirmation. Cut the deck and there you are. The Sun. That's Leo. Okay. King of Swords in reverse lends me to believe, Leo, there could be a decision that you made. And there could be cause and effect. That's what they're saying. Effect of whatever decision, a past decision that you made. And some of y'all might not have been in the best headspace when a certain decision was made. So the Three of Wands. Yeah, the Temperance here. Yeah, and Justice. Now, okay. So for some of you, all right, that kind of shifted the energy a little bit. So for some of you, yeah, okay. Death card on the bottom. Okay, cool. Scorpio. So for some of you, there is a decision that you made that you have already been living in the consequence of, right? A decision that you made, King of Swords in reverse, possibly when you were not in your right, good headspace or something, or you were dealing with someone who, it was not a good decision to possibly deal with this person. But I think for some of you, a lot of you, the way this energy just shifted, I feel like that's how it could be for you this week, that you reach a culmination in the wisdom, okay, that you gained from this cycle of living through this consequence, or you reach a culmination where it's like, okay, things are finally balancing back out from living through a decision that you made that maybe wasn't the best in the past, right? And you had to live it out, you had to play it out, right? Like when we enter these cycles, we have to play them out, right? You have to play it out. And that's what this feels like. So some of you, the full moon is culminating that timeline for you. You've learned the lesson. You understand why. Okay, so clarify the Five of Cups. Seven. Okay. Clarify the Five of Swords. Eight of Cups. Two of Pentacles. And the Ace of Swords. Love it. Okay. Yeah, this is a culminating week for you, I feel, Leo. I think the challenge for you is to understand that, something could have been, something's in the past, if these were decisions that you made, the challenge is going to be not to beat yourself up this week, not to hold yourself back because you're afraid that you'll make these decisions again. From what I'm seeing here, there was a big lesson that you guys learned about self-worth, about really holding your boundaries, really holding that line with people, because you had to live through a timeline, however long or short that timeline was. You had to live through a timeline of a decision that you made where you could have misjudged someone's character, where you were not looking at who they were internally. It could have been more external. They look good, they got this, we've all been there. It's no judgment if that's the case, but this feels like a full circle moment for some of you. this, okay, they're coming through for some of you who have been like single for a very long time. No, this is not like I didn't specifically do a love reading or anything, but for some of you, if you have been single for a period of time, a long time, you know, you're really reaching a culmination in this journey that you've been on with like self-love, in the sense of like you understand why you attracted past partners that were not in alignment with you. Like you truly get it internally. You know what, you know, needs to change, or you've been working on what needs to change within you, so that when you're ready, you know, to put your love antenna back out there, to send your love signal back out there, which you just do by your vibe, and then it attracts, right, based on that, that you attract the thing you actually want this time. How is Leo moving through this week? Yeah, the Ten of Wands and the King of Cups. I'm hearing purge. So a lot of you, yeah, you're purging these old emotions once and for all. They have gotten too heavy. You have outgrown them because you've learned the lesson. So I think most of Leo, I think you could feel empowered this week. And, you know, Mars went retrograde in your sign and is now direct in your sign. And, you know, that was just one of the most intense Mars retrogrades ever. So I can just imagine how that has felt for you Leos, and just what that has done for your self-confidence, your self-worth. Just, man. So I feel like you'll really feel that this week. Okay. Wow. Okay. You have the new moon in Virgo. Trust all will be well. You also have the last quarter moon in Cancer with take a breather. And literally how she's holding her hands under the moon, that's how I see you. It's like freedom. Like I feel like you will feel an energetic lift, you know, and like this lightness, this light airiness, you know, kind of come over you. So that's what I have for you, Leo. I appreciate you. I pray those messages find you well or helpful, healing. All right, let me know how it resonates. I appreciate you. All right, we're going to get to Aquarius, Leo's opposite. Aquarius. And then I'm going to do Virgo since I'm doing it in opposites. What is all this? Okay. All right, Aquarius. Let's vibe. Let's vibe. Alright, let me cut it up really quick, and then we'll get your cards out. Aquarius. Aquarius. Eight of Swords in reverse. Three of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Why? I'm always talking to you guys about friends. Well, I know Aquarius rules the 11th house of friends and the people and groups. Okay, the Two of Cups here is the challenge. So coming together with another. Patience, illumination, enlightenment is your guidance. The Lovers. You're meant to see something from a higher perspective this week about one of your partnerships. Okay, and this could be romantic. Yes. Okay, as I say that, literally, look at how the Ace of Cups was peeking up at me as I was saying that. I was saying that because the Lovers is there. You have the Two of Cups. And then look at the Ace of Cups. Just peeking. Just peeking. So you could be dealing with a Piscean energy, okay? What's Aqua's vibe this week? How are they vibing through the week? Five of Pentacles and the Six of Cups. Oh, you're over it. Where there's a wound that's coming up related to a past person, a past situation that makes you feel less than, right? This could just be like a trigger. It doesn't have to mean that like a person is involved, like, you know, somebody you're dealing with, because, you know, some of you might not be dealing with anyone, but it could be a trigger that comes up that's connected to something. Okay. Clarify the Eight of Swords in reverse here. You have the Chariot, the Three of Pentacles, and the Nine of Swords. some of you could be worried about like a job or something like that too, or a contract or some type of collaboration that you're working on with others. And it could be, I don't know if you're in your head about something. Eight of Swords in reverse. Clarify the Two of Cups. King of Swords. The Star. Okay, that's you. Oh. And the Queen of Cups here. Clarify the Hangman. Don't compete, Aquarius. That's what I'm getting here. Yeah. Ten of Swords, the Queen of Wands, and the Four of Pentacles. Don't compete. That's the wound. Okay. So there's a wounding that's being triggered here. Okay. And we do have what? Mercury opposing Black Moon Lilith, I think, like starting today. So the Six of Cups and Five of Pentacles, there's a wound of like not enoughness, not being enough, not being good enough, not being pretty enough, not being handsome enough, not being qualified enough, whatever it is. I feel like that wound is being brought up this week, being triggered by something. And it could come through like in a group setting, you working with people, you wondering if you're going to get the promotion, you wondering if you're going to get the raise or something like that. Okay. Yeah, Four of Swords here. Yep, and the Emperor. I'm hearing vying for attention. There could be a lot of people. As I say that and cut the deck randomly, the Six of Wands, number one attention card. You could see the people around her, like, giving her all the attention. There could be a lot of people vying for like someone's attention. Could be like a boss or something like that. It could even be like if this is a romantic thing, that type of situation. You are not to become a part of the harem. You are not to become a part of the crowd, a part of the people that are like vying for someone's attention. You are just to embody who you know you are, just confidently. Like, don't do the extra stuff, you know, not anything extra. Like, if being, you know, out in the spotlight is naturally who you are, do that, Aquarius. But don't do like any extra trying to be seen, trying to vie for attention. Oh, me. Like, that could easily backfire in the energy that we're in. And according to this, you don't need to do that. I'm also hearing Usher Superstar. And what card rules Aquarius? Hey girl, hey Luna. What card rules Aquarius? The Star. And I'm hearing Usher Superstar. So again, you don't have to do that. You don't have to fight for attention. You don't have to vie for attention. You don't have to do anything extra. Anything extra. That's what they're saying. So really be mindful of that wounding coming up. Any type of trigger coming up of like, you know, that's really imposter syndrome. You know, not being enough, not feeling like you deserve to be in certain spots or certain spaces or with certain people, or that you have to wonder if you're going to be chosen for something, or if you're going to, for some of you, I don't know, this is like a promotion or something, or if you're going to be the one. Okay, let me get your moon card of preserving my inattention, because I know powerful. Exactly, and exactly. Yeah, I'm gonna timestamp it, Luna. So exactly though. So Luna said I've been in that energy of preserving my energy and attention because I know how powerful it is, and people have been butthurt about it. Pluto is in Aquarius. Like, Aquarius is bringing Pluto is definitely bringing power to you, for sure. For sure. And that's literally what this is. Like, this is quiet embodiment. The Queen of Wands, you know, she got the black cat there. It's very mysterious. It can really give off to people like, oh, I'm hearing, who's that girl? La 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 la. Right? It's like quiet embodiment. Like, there's this mystique that it creates around you, you know, and let people wonder. You know, let them wonder. Like, you do not have to be the one that's out there in the center vying for attention. Your mystique is magnetic. It's going to draw people in. That's what I'm getting here, Aquarius. I realized that my reactions make people feel important while I was looking for them to validate that I'm enough. They needed my attention. Exactly. They need your reaction more than you ever need them. But you sometimes we don't realize that because we don't realize our own worth. That's the wounding that's coming up. So Luna, you just came in and just confirmed the whole thing. I can totally relate to that too. All right, let's get you guys this moon card. Oh my God. You have the first quarter moon in Aquarius. Literally, it says trust the universe. I cannot. Chef's kiss. I cannot. That's what's up. That's so dope. Okay. I'm gonna have it time stamped after, Luna. All right. Okay, Aqua. Good read. It was a good read. We did Leo, Aquarius. We're doing Virgo, Pisces, and then Libra, Aries. I had to switch it up a little bit, guys. So, you know, I'll have a timestamp, of course. I just did opposites. So I started with Taurus, Scorpio, Gemini, Sag. So, okay. Ooh, child, I'm kind of confusing myself. Okay, Virgo. We're on Virgo. Okay, Virgo, Pisces, but Virgo first. Virgo-licious. I cannot unhear that. Literally. Yeah, I just had to switch it up, Luna. I had to switch it up. Okay, so you have the Fool, Virgo. Okay. You have the Three of Cups on the bottom of the deck, the Moon. There could be a new relationship with a feminine energy, which doesn't have to just be romantic, but it's a lot of feminine energy out here. Or, you know, yeah, something new. The new group as well. Some of you could be a group of women. I know that's very specific. Or a creative group, because that's also feminine energy. Okay, the challenge is the Page of Pentacles and the High Priestess is something aligned. Okay, is an offer aligned. Okay, remember, Jupiter's going to square the North Node this week. Are we over-promising? Are we over-committing to just end back up in the same situations where we're burnt out? Okay, so be mindful. Virgo, what's the guidance? The Knight of Pentacles. Yeah. So right off the bat, they're just cutting through everything and going straight to the guidance. If there is something that is rushing you this week, it's not a line. The Knight of Pentacles is your guidance. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight in the deck. Why? Because he's crossing every T. He's dotting every I. And what is that? Like that slow movement, the Lover's card, that's alignment. That's alignment. All right, what's Virgo's vibe this week? How are they vibing through the week? The King of Pentacles and the Two of Cups. Period. I love it for you, Virgo, because this is not just jumping at anything. This is not just taking anything like you're desperate. Like, okay, yeah, opportunity coming in, cool. You know, when we do that, it's kind of like we're telling the, yeah, I'll just take anything because I don't know when the next thing is going to come in. I don't have faith that the next thing can come in, so I'm just going to take everything and burn myself out no matter what. This right here with the King of Pentacles and the Two of Cups is like, yeah, it's paying this, but yeah, I don't feel good about it. I'll pass. And knowing that something else is going to follow that is going to be more aligned and probably pay more, right? Or just be more aligned, which is more important in this new earth that we're in, okay? We can't just go off of like the physical and like what we can see alone. We're out of that world. Okay. So clarify the Fool here for the Virgos. Okay, you have the Strength card in reverse, right? The Two of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles. I need you to be very particular about what you are taking on, Virgo, okay? What you are partaking in. The bottom of the deck is your opposite, Pisces, the Hangman. You need to move slow. Don't let anybody rush you into any decisions this week, especially if you're tired. You have the Strength card in reverse here, okay? Some of these opportunities that are coming in might seem great, and it doesn't have to mean that, you know, it's horrible, it's an offer from the devil. It's just like, no, I'm tired. I can't take this on. I can't commit to this. And it's about being honest. Like, so there are going to be a lot of checkpoints this week for people to be honest about what you can actually take on, what's actually in alignment for you. Because you could say yes to a lot of shit while while Jupiter is in Gemini. And then be in a position where, again, you're overcommitted and you are burnt out. So Virgo, slow it down. Okay. The South Node is also in your sign. You have to slow down so that you are not overworking and trying to live up to some unnatural standard of perfectionism. Okay, clarify the Page of Pentacles here. You have the High Priestess. Yet again, your opposite is coming out as your challenge. The High Priestess is Pisces. Pisces is your opposite. Pisces is who we're doing next as well. Stay tuned. Okay. You have the High Priestess, Four of Cups, and the Two of Cups here. Hold on. Let me get into that. Yeah. Okay, Virgo. Yeah, you another one. You're another one. You got to step out of these roles of what you think you're supposed to do. Because what you're having trouble doing is feeling in your body what it needs for you to do. Not what you think you should be doing in all these roles of service and this and that. And, you know, I'm hearing sitting pretty. You know, this King of Pentacles really does remind me of that. You know, you are making very aligned moves this week when it comes to like financial decisions or what you will commit to. There are a lot of pentacles out here, Virgo. So I feel like there are many opportunities to commit to something. Now, pentacles are long term. Okay. And I think that's why, you know, the guidance here with the Knight of Pentacles is to move slow. Be very, listen, the Ace of Wands clarifying the Knight of Pentacles. Be very, intentional. 111 while I'm saying this about the commitments. Three of Pentacles and the Chariot. Only align yourself with the ones that you know are in alignment. Another card that is about alignment is the Chariot. That is alignment. That's yin and yang. The white with a little bit of black. The black with a little bit of white. That's the yin-yang symbol. That is alignment. The Chariot doesn't move unless it's in alignment. Okay, so I feel like there is definitely an offer this week. I think there are multiple offers this week, Virgo. However, I don't think all of them are aligned. I think there might be one or two, okay, that you can commit to long term. But will you listen to your body? Spirit says that's a test for you guys. Okay, or will you just go off of, well, this is the role that I'm expected to play. These are the duties that are expected of me. That's outdated. That's played out. That's played out, Virgo, for a lot of us. Okay, so what's your moon card? Well, damn then. Okay. You have the last quarter moon in Scorpio, which is reveal what needs to be seen. Now, this is very specific, okay? Why is this specific? Because we're in a Scorpio lunar cycle. We are going to have the last quarter. We will be in the last quarter moon of this cycle, of this full moon cycle around May 20th. May 20th. It's going to be around that time. It's going to be when the moon looks like a half moon. Okay? All right. And that says reveal what needs to be seen. So something could be revealed to you around that time. Pay attention that week, May 20th. Okay? Or when you see the moon is half lit. Okay? Okay. I'm sorry. You have the first quarter moon in Sag as well with believe in your good luck, Virgo. Believe in your good luck. Okay. And okay, for that, they're saying, remember, because you're going to be turning down certain offers that maybe they look good on the surface, meaning, oh, you get a 40K bonus and such, but you have to be at work 7 days a week, 23 hours a day. Like, you pretty much have to sell your soul, you know? So, you know, I think with that being said, believe in your good luck. Understand that just as easily as that opportunity came in, something that you actually want could come in too. You just have to align yourself with it and believe that you can have it. How crazy is this? I'm shuffling, and there's the Hermit card. That's Virgo. And there's the High Priestess. That's Pisces, your opposite. That's crazy. And that's the signs that I'm on right now. Wow. All right, Pisces, let's go. I just did Virgo. I appreciate you guys. I pray those messages find you well. All right, Pisces, let's go. And then after Pisces, Libra and Aries. Pisces, let's go. You have the Lovers with the star on the bottom. There could be some type of okay, nope, they saying hold it, wait, because the energies might change. I'm not going to say anything, just hold on. It's the challenge. The challenge is the Queen of Wands in reverse. In the Four of Wands, you could be dealing with somebody with bad attitude this week. I don't know why they cranky. Okay, they could be going through some type of, maybe they feeling some anxiety with the Nine of Swords, but they could be projecting, or it could be just like, you know how people have misplaced anger, like they mad about something completely different, but they take that out on you. You just ask them like how their day was, and they're like, damn, I just want to be alone. You just like, well, dang, I was just saying, like, okay. What's the guidance here? It's the High Priestess. Very interesting. That is you. Just be yourself. Be yourself. That's one thing that I'm getting. Also, Four of Pentacles, self-preservation. Don't go above and beyond. You know, if somebody's, you know, kind of giving you their ass to kiss, I hate to say that. Yeah, Four of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles. Self-preservation. What's Piscean's vibe this week? Ace of Swords in reverse. I feel like you're confused. Ace of Swords in reverse, Seven of Wands, which could either put you on the defense, or you're confused about why somebody is giving you this type of like attitude or something, or like why somebody's never happy, or why you can't please someone, you know. Okay, it's a lot of channel energy coming through for you guys. Clarify the Lovers, the Six of Wands, the Temperance. Okay, and the Six of Pentacles here. That looks good. That looks good. That looks like reciprocity within a relationship or a partnership. That looks like an apology. That looks like reconciliation. That looks like, you know, everybody's happy with the attention that they're getting. Nobody feels like they're lacking here. Like, I mean, like, what can I say? That looks really good. Okay, clarify the Queen of Wands in reverse then. Two of Wands, the Empress, and the Two of Swords. Okay, you just might be dealing with somebody who is not satisfied. I don't get it. Queen of Wands in reverse. It's either that you could be dealing with somebody who just, even though this looks really good, they're still like they want more, or they're still not confident in their position with you, and that could be their own insecurity that they're projecting through some type of attitude. You know, sometimes people do that, like they'll have an attitude, or it's like it's a protection mechanism for them, a defense mechanism for them. So you know, you could deal with that with this person, but also some of you, I don't know, it's just like a random message that's coming through, Pisces. Like some of you, there could be an issue, like an insecurity within you. Maybe you feel like I can't do enough for someone, I'm not able to do for someone, you know, and so maybe it hurts your confidence a bit, with the Queen of Wands in reverse. Okay, clarify the High Priestess here. Swords, the Six of Swords, and the Ten of Cups here. I would say be honest about your feelings, Pisces. Especially, like I said, if this is someone who is never satisfied, or is like really projecting their anger or their insecurities onto you, be honest. Like, don't try to be anything that you're not, Pisces. There's a lot of power and strength and vulnerability and honesty, especially under the Scorpio full moon. Even if this person cannot appreciate that, you know, it's a lot of strength in saying like, you know, that really hurt my feelings. You know, the way you're speaking to me is really hurtful right now. You know, I'm trying, or like just whatever it is, like that level of honesty and vulnerability is appreciated, even if it's not by the person that you are displaying that to. You know, never let anybody else harden your heart or make you act differently. Okay. Yeah, Page of Wands and the Queen of Swords. Like, why do I feel like that? Like somebody just, oh my God, like I'm hearing fee, fi, fo, fum. It's just like somebody just mad. Stop it. I don't know. Don't let them kill your vibe. I'm hearing, bitch, don't kill my vibe. What's their card? Oh, oh, you got the full moon in Taurus, honey. It says detoxify. So let me just, woo, that's very deep. Why? Because we just had the full moon in Scorpio, right? Which means that, excuse me, and before we had the full moon in Scorpio, right? We had the new moon in Taurus, which means that in 6 months we'll have a full moon in Taurus, detoxify. So this next 6 months, I feel like something is really going to be unearthed within this connection or relationship, whatever this is, whatever this toxicity is that's like fucking up a good thing, like it's gonna be discovered. Okay, it's gonna get uncovered, whatever that is, whether it's an external thing or whether your person has like some shadow work that they need to do, some internal work, um some internal work that they need to do to help them better integrate into this and not self-sabotage, and definitely not project their issues onto you as if you did something to them. Okay, so that's what I have for you, Pisceans. I appreciate you guys. I pray those messages find you well, are helpful, healing, all the good things. All right. I'm going to go to Libra. Oh my God. Libra, and then we're ending with Aries. Okay, guys. Okay. Okay. Not them talking about a power outage around here. I've been hearing that a lot, just in random places, people having a lot of like random power outages, which has really been happening for like a couple years now, y'all. Have y'all been paying attention to that? Like these power outages, I'm like, oh no, the grid seems stressed. The grid seems a little stressed. Okay, let's go ahead and tap in for Libra. All right, Libra, let's go. What? Libra, come on now. You cannot take a quarter of the deck. We're going to have to get it done in less cards than that. I know you might have a lot to say. Okay, you have the Six of Swords here with the Queen of Pentacles. Ooh, some of you are letting go of some type of obligation or responsibility to another person or to care for another person with the Queen of Pentacles there. Yep, Two of Swords. And the Empress here. Now, it could be that because somebody's making something happen for themselves, Okay, let's see. What's the challenge? Some of you could be getting some space from someone or something. Ace of Pentacles in reverse, or you might not be in a position to help someone anymore in a tangible way. Yeah, Queen of Wands in the Devil, or you are actively and consciously taking that privilege away from someone to have your help. Like literally, okay? Maybe somebody been taking advantage, running it in the hole. All right, Two of Swords here. That's a Libra decking card. It's the first decking of Libra. So Two of Swords, yeah. Two of Cups, Ten of Swords, and the Page of Cups. I feel like you have to make a decision with someone, and the Devil's poking out again there. I feel like you have to make a decision with someone. That's tough on you too. It's giving me like when parents be like, I don't want to do this. This hurts me more than it hurts you. I feel like that's the whole spiel you could be giving somebody, but I feel like this might be the right thing to do. Yeah, I'm hearing the Tower. I'm hearing the Tower. I'm seeing the Tower card. I'm hearing push it to the limit, so some of y'all could have been pushed to this or feel like you pushed to your limits. You have no other choice but to make this decision. I'm hearing the word sever. Okay, so really cut something off. What's Libra's vibe this week? Is Judgment and period. Under the Scorpio full moon, like, oh, this shit been so intense. Oh my God, that is it. Judgment is Scorpio, and the Five of Cups. It hurts you too, I feel. I'm hearing that again. It hurts me more than it hurts you. And I feel like somebody might not understand how much it hurts you. They might just look at you like a mean person, which is very like sad and surface level. But not everybody can go that deep, or is at that level, right? Or has that level of emotional maturity. Okay, Queen of Cups. Okay, clarify. Six of Swords, King of Wands. Yeah, 10 of Wands, 9 of Wands. Something has been extremely taxing on you. Extremely taxing and extremely heavy on you, which is why I feel like you are going to say that you can't do it. Now, for some of you Libras, that this channel thought is just coming in. It could be because something has been so physically taxing on you that you can't do it, God forbid, meaning like your body has to take some type of rest, some type of reset, maybe even for some of you mental, right? It could be like that a mental stress or something is like now manifesting physically, right? And it's just like it's a lot of responsibility. There's a lot of like that you're carrying. Okay. And sometimes when we don't recognize that and the universe has been gently trying to nudge us, I think sometimes the universe will find louder ways to get our attention, i.e. through our body, through our health, through, you know. Okay. Page of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords, and the World. I'm hearing, what have you done with it? So some of you, if you've constantly been fishing out money, giving money to someone, and they've been irresponsible with it, that's why you're cutting it off. That is why you are cutting it off. But I feel like, yeah, there could be a challenge here with you cutting this off and just standing firm in it, Libra. Honestly, Page of Pentacles, Ten of Swords in the World. It's like, you know, maybe it's going to, like I said, man, I keep hearing that this is going to hurt me more than it hurts you, but you're going to see this person possibly like feel like their feelings are hurt or something. And that could be, you know, that could fuck with you emotionally if you really care about somebody. You know, you're not cold, you're human, you have empathy. But with boundaries, loving someone. I said that in this week's Cosmic Pulse when I did the astrology for this week. Loving someone does not mean lowering your standards. It does not mean that you don't have standards just because you love somebody. They have to meet them, you know. Clarify the Two of Swords, the Four of Cups, the Fool, yeah, and the Page of Cups here. Let me read on that. More on the guidance for Libra, please. The Seven of Wands. Yeah, you're being asked to really stand firm. Three of Swords. That's the second decan of Libra. You're really being asked to stand firm. I'm hearing this might hurt. Yeah, Three of Swords, you know. I think it might hurt you to see somebody maybe lack or something like that, but I don't know. Maybe somebody needs to be more responsible. That's kind of what I'm getting with this. Somebody needs to kind of like pull their weight in something, and not just constantly I think you don't want to create unhealthy dependency, codependency. Okay, and I like that for my Libras, because Libras are way too often, you know, disregarding themselves and tipping their scales for other people, and then Libra all the way down here, way down, you know, and carrying the weight of everything. So I like that. I like that for the Libras. That's dope. South Node in your sign taught you some things. Love that, about balance. And literally, as I'm talking about the South Node that was going through your sign in Libra, hold on. Sorry, it was an alarm going off. When the South Node was going through your sign in Libra, the North Node was here in Aries, right? New Moon in Aries says, go for it, Libra. Yeah, you're right. That's confirmation. You're not wrong. You're not mean. You know, I'm hearing you're doing what needs to be done. And some of you, this is like for the long term, you know. So, that's what I am for you, Libra. I appreciate you. I love you. I pray those messages find you all are helpful, healing, all the good things. And we're going to go ahead and wrap with Aries. All right. I did the sister sign thing. So we're going to end with Aries, Libra's opposite. And of course, it'll be timestamp, guys. Oh, all right. Okay, Aries, let's see. Okay, we'll take two. Oh, not a, okay, we'll see. You have the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Cups. It struck me how they were facing each other. You see how they coming out? Two queens, like a face-off. Okay, but it doesn't have to be. We'll see what other energy comes out. But that was just very interesting. And then the Two of Wands on the bottom of the deck. So definitely, I think there's a partnership or another person. There's definitely another energy. You have like this plan on this 2 already. This could also be meeting of the minds, right? Somebody has the intellect, somebody has the empathy, the emotional part of it, the creativity, you know? Okay, so let's see. What's the challenge here? Okay, the challenge is the 4 of Pentacles and the 5 of Wands. Okay, there could be a fight for power, control, really. Maybe even money itself. Who gets what? How's it getting split up? 4 of Pentacles, right? Paired with the 5 of Wands. Ooh, yeah, 9 of Cups and cut the deck and the devil is there. So, yeah, okay. There could be some greed at play, okay, that you're dealing with this week, Aries. What's the guidance? Guidance. Woo! Queen of Wands in reverse in the Hermit card. Don't get out of character. That's what I'll say. Hold on one second, y'all. Okay, sorry about that, guys. The Queen of Wands in reverse. Do not get out of character. Okay, the Hermit. Yeah, 6 of Pentacles, Temperance here. Okay, all right. Let's see. What's Aries vibe throughout the week? This week you have the Knight of Cups here and Justice. Okay, with the 4 of Cups here, I don't see you getting out of character. I'm hearing justice is sweet. So some of you, if this is like an actual legal fight or something for power, for something, as I say that and cut the deck, literally the 7 of Wands. What is that person doing? Fighting, standing their ground, going hard. Okay, Wheel of Fortune. But it's not through getting out of character. Like, say for instance, like the only like good example that's sitting right there at the front of my mind is like a legal thing, right? Like this would be not popping off, letting your lawyer do it. Let your lawyer do the talking. Let him handle it. You know, it's like, yeah, this is like, yep. As I say that, cut the deck. The Hangman is there. The Moon. That's not to say you won't have a lot of emotions about something, okay, or a lot that's coming up. All right, especially we're still under Scorpio Moon, Scorpio lunation. So things will continue to be unearthed until we close out this Scorpio cycle. Okay, when the Moon cycles back through the sign of Scorpio, and then we close out this cycle here. Clarify. Queen of Swords and Queen of Cups. Okay. The 3 of Cups here, the 8 of Swords, and the Ace of Cups. Yeah. Oh, dang, I don't want to see that on the bottom of the deck. The 7 of Swords. So I would say, especially if this was like something with friends or something like that, especially if this was like a friends and business thing mixed, boundaries got too blurred. Just something got too blurred. Something was not clear, and that's what's being sorted out here. This is the perfect lunation for this as well, Scorpio, the 8th house. I just said this to another sign who was going through something with shared resources. Scorpio rules the 8th house of what we share with another, what we get with another. That's debts, that's contracts, OPP, other people's property. Okay, so clarify the challenge here. The Death card, the Devil. Whew. And the 2 of Swords here. For some of you, this is a friend. Like if this is somebody close, I see the challenge being like seeing someone or seeing it for what it is. 7 of Swords on the bottom of the deck. Oh, some of you are it's hard because you're like somebody changed, somebody switched up. Maybe you guys were making money together. Maybe there was a partnership, but maybe you guys reached a certain level and you started to see a change in someone, or you started to see someone's moral character start to devolve, or, you know, Again, they're bringing me into like a business type of thing. So like, say for instance, you're in a partnership and you find out like your partner's been making like back deals and stuff, and like you know, making money under the table and like just doing illegitimate stuff. You know, it's kind of like that is what I'm getting. Whew, I'm hearing that ain't got nothing to do with me. Queen of Wands in reverse. You have the Ace of Wands, the Three of Pentacles here. Wowzers. And the Queen of Pentacles. You will be good. If this, so, okay. All right, cool. And then I'm going to get your moon card. Like I said, this was a group thing, which I'm strongly leaning into that. We have the Three of Cups and now the Three of Pentacles out here, which is a business card of contracts and collaborative work with others. If this is a thing, it could just be that somebody drops off, because with the Three of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, there are still people that you're working with. There are still people that you can confidently work with, that you can trust, that are about business, that are legitimate here. It's just whatever this Queen of Wands energy is in reverse, somebody was too power hungry. Somebody needed their ego checked. So this could be someone's fall from grace. Okay, and that could involve exposing something about, you know, mismanagement of funds, or just something illegitimate. That word is coming up a lot. Okay, so let's get your moon card and we'll wrap for tonight. Okay, you have the first quarter moon in Libra. It literally your opposite sign. This has been happening all this entire reading. It says keep your heart open, and I literally feel with that, Aries, like, don't get super disappointed about whatever this is, because like I said, there are still collaborations here that are super solid, that are with professionals or people that are very serious and people that respect you and are about their business just as much as you are. Okay, so that's what I have for you guys. I appreciate you. I love you. I pray those messages find you well. Let me know how y'all doing under this Scorpio full moon. And I will catch you guys soon in our next reading. Enjoy the rest of your Mars day. Until next time. Bye.